It has my appearance, my face. It's me in every way, save for the unnatural gleam in its golden eyes and the mocking expression it makes.
Do you not recognize your own face? I am you.
Still, my heart is calm. In fact, her appearance may be giving me more clues as to the enemy's intentions.
You seem to have a penchant for deception. Unfortunately, I already know that you're the mastermind here. You were after Persona users from the start. That's why you chose this school and tampered with Labrys's memories. And you just demonstrated how you controlled those hijackers. Very good. No wonder you managed to drive back a god once. Yes, I want them even more now.
You want them? Explain yourself.
Personas and shadows are one and the same. If I poison your hearts, I can recruit shadows with unparalleled strength.
Wait, what? You mean turn our personas back to shadows?
The heart is frail. Its weaknesses are never fully vanquished. Given the opportunity, it can betray you and return to darkness.
Darkness within darkness awaits you, Yosuke Hanamura.
This one's desire to make people suffer was perfectly suited for such a plan.
Plan?
You caused all this to gather strong shadows?
Who are you?
Sadly, it seems things won't be going according to plan this time. But I'll make use of what tools I have to the very end. This is my last chance. No, more like a marvelous entertainment. Stand, my puppet.
The shadow ignores my taunts and raises its right hand towards Labrys, still collapsed on the ground. Are we gonna fight Mitsuru's shadow? I can't remember. Yeah, Akihiko fought his shadow, I think, in his episode. Labrys reacts to the gesture by rising up, like a puppet with no will of its own.
You bastard. This form is exhausted from constant battle and will be useless as an asset. But unless you destroy it, it will keep rising up and attacking you all. What will you do?
Oh no, wait, isn't this where Fuka shows up and frees Labrys so we don't actually fight her and then we just fight Shadow Mitsuru, I think? Labrys obeys the Shadow's command and leaps forward to attack. It seems the enemy will do anything to rattle us. I understood that, but understanding it and forgiving it are two different things.
Just knock her out one more time.
No, don't attack her. Further damage to Labrys could put her in danger.
But, come on! She's all over us! Ah!
Now, may you suffer and curse your fate. Relinquish your personas.
At that moment, I hear a voice whisper in my mind.
Huh?
I stop in spite of myself. I know this voice well. Relief washes over me to hear it. This match will end in our victory. I called everyone assembled.
Don't listen.
The Avengers?
Everyone concentrate on avoiding her attacks.
You brought the Avengers?
But we can't do that forever.
Just try and hang in there. Trust me. I trust in you.
Believe in the you that believes in the me. I realize that this is an impossible demand. Everyone is already exhausted by what's come before. It's pretty common in anime. It's not that impossible. Still, I need to buy time. Surprisingly, the first to nod is neither Akihiko nor Narukami.
Everyone, we can take this much. Yosuke, you ready?
Hell yeah, partner. Let's let Mitsuru-san do her thing.
Hanamura and the others recover from their confusion at once when Narukami speaks. Interesting. He seems to be a great leader. Well, he's the protagonist.
Akihiko, Aigis, back them up.
You got it.
No one will force my sister to hurt others ever again.
You had best hurry and decide. Who will be destroyed? The shell or the lot of you?
The Shadow laughs triumphantly at seeing us driven against a wall. Flaunting one's power, acting like a god? How short-sighted. I sense what I've been waiting for. We bought enough time.
Sad to say, but this show is over. What?
How Persona 5 of you. Labrys comes to a halt and is released from the Shadow's control. She must have been forced to exceed her limits, for she falls to the floor as if her strings had been cut. We didn't attack her at all, yet she's unable to do so much as break her fall. Words. A chill goes down my spine, imagining what could have happened if we'd fought her at our full strength.
Looks like you made it in the nick of time. You saved us, Yamagishi.
Are you all okay? Fuka-san.
So you had a third assistant.
That voice. It's not coming from in here. Whoever it is out there.
Seriously? She can use hers in reality too?
Right before we entered the TV, I'd put in a phone call asking her to come right away, and she made it at the perfect moment. Yamagishi initially had a bit of difficulty dealing with a world so alien to her, but she adjusted quickly enough. Though she's far away, I can sense that we're under her protection.
It's just as you thought, Mitsuru-senpai. The enemy is only mimicking your appearance. It's a fake.
Very impressive to guess correctly from such a long distance away.
It wasn't that hard of a guess.
So these are the limits of a half-broken puppet. Well, no matter. This was only ever for my own enjoyment. You despicable monster! I didn't expect you to fight back this hard, but didn't you have fun? You were all taken in by an illusion. This place, these traps, everything came from your own minds. You dread yourselves most of all. A beautiful plan, wasn't it? Your idea of beauty is rather warped, as is your plan and your assessment of us. But your biggest mistake was that you took my form in the end.
I take a step forward. Seeing this, Akihiko and Igus take a step back. They know me well. Oh, we're burning dread, lads! Everyone get your bread ready. Take out your toasters. They can see the signs of anger boiling within me.
Are you angry? All right, I'll play along. The show must go on, right? Don't say another word while wearing that face. I'll teach you just who it is you've made an enemy of!
Oh man, Mitsuru's voice actress does sound really mad. Here we go. Random question, Chaos, you've been watching Digimon Ghost Game? Nope. Chaos, did you see they finally gave release date for Digimon Survive? Tweeted about it. Bow, 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 bow. This is too much beauty for one screen. Oh my goodness, you're so blonde. Wrecked. I want to get an execution. Nope. I'm guarding down here now. Now what? You jumped? Dude, that gives so much SP. Also does a good bit of damage, so. Come on, come on. Bow, 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 bow. Nope. 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 Oh, I'm getting the negative thing because I've waited too long to try and get more SP. I was looking at chat. How am I getting the negative, like, hey, you're not fighting enough effect when I am winning by such a wide margin?
You're mine now.
Got her.
An elegant finish.
I'm the winner.
Check. This is fine with me. Good enough for my purposes that I confirmed you have enough power to meet my expectations.
The Shadow laughs as if defeat didn't matter to it at all.
This is only a temporary form. I doubted there'd be any meaning in changing my appearance. But sure enough, it made for a very enjoyable game. All that irritates me is having to feign cooperation with that foolish human until I obtain the one true vessel.
What? This is so funny because the use of the word malevolent entity and needing a vessel just reminds me of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. And if you haven't seen Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, so you don't understand what I mean by that, it's only 2 seasons, and I think it might still be on Netflix. Heavily recommend watching it. Great, great show. Foolish human.
I will see you and another guy's next time. Just wait until then. The real you will face the same consequences soon. Choose your last words carefully.
Its laugh echoes throughout the room as the shadow borrowing my form disappears into thin air.
Yamagishi!
The reading disappeared. It didn't move, it just vanished. What could this mean?
Back to square one again.
Another guys, huh?
Don't even think about coming around here again!
What are we up against? Our enemy seems to be targeting Persona users.
It seems that not even they know who the enemy is, though I didn't expect they would. The enemy had extensive knowledge of Labris, something even I didn't have. There's no denying it. Whoever did this is well versed in the Krijo group's internal workings. Gathering powerful shadows, now we know the enemy's general aim, but what do they plan to do with them? None of that matters at the moment, I suppose. I signal to Akihiko. Akihiko catches it and turns towards the students.
Don't worry about it. We'll handle things from here.
Wait, but it kinda said it was still after us.
Of course, you should be aware that the enemy is out there. Akihiko only means that there is no need to abandon your lives to pursue it. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. That is, after all, our duty.
But
I don't expect them to like my answer, but the reason I started the Shadow Operatives was to protect people from these things. The students, they're still young. Granting my permission would only mean them becoming more inexorably involved. We should be the ones to take responsibility.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
You can...
are you serious?
They're right that we need to go back for now. We're all at our limit.
When Narukami signals to him, Hanamura's complaints fall suspiciously silent. That hardly fooled anyone. Either they take me for an imbecile or think it won't matter even if I do catch on, which is why they should have just been upfront about it instead of being idiots. I suppose I can live with it. If they are that determined, I can hardly dissuade them. We'll have to take care of everything before they can involve themselves, that's all. Teddy jumps around, his footsteps sounding highly unnatural to catch our attention.
Alrighty, attention please. The trip doesn't end until we get out of the TV.
Dude, we were in the middle of a conversation.
What are you doing with this ancient TV? Hang on, where'd you even get this?
It's a Teddy Vision. You can get out from here.
They exchange banter as if the recent problems are already long past. Yeah, it's Persona 4 for you. We must fight so that they can continue to be so carefree. Moreover,
How's Labris?
There wasn't much damage to her motor functions. I don't believe it will take much time to repair her. Still, the stress on her cognitive functions must have been severe. It may take some time for her to awaken.
Aigis gazes sadly at Labris's unmoving form in her arms. We must also fight to prevent anyone else from being hurt like these two. This case is over for the time being. It's time to say our farewells to this world. But a newfound resolve to fight is surging within me. Ooh, hello. Inaba has a hotel that looks this nice? Why? Even after return to the real world, there is no rest for the weary. After action reports on the case, investigating leads on the culprit, there's a mountain of things to do.
Here you go, Mitsuru-san.
Ah, thank you.
After issuing instructions, I'm ready to take a break when Aigis serves me a cup of tea with perfect timing. The fresh scent of Darjeeling. I take a moment to savor the mellow aroma of musk. Okay, we get it, you're rich. That's right, spring is nearly over. I feel like I can barely keep track of the seasons anymore.
We will be leaving Inaba tomorrow. Keep that in mind when making preparations.
Understood.
We're rather limited here in this hotel room. Originally, I'd intended to return today, but we're all so tired that we had to stay the night. There's also Labris's condition to consider. Still mulling it all over, I hear a knock at the door.
It's me, Fuka.
Come in. I'm sorry I had to summon you on such short notice.
Oh no, it's all right. I was on vacation too, after all.
Where was this room in Persona 4? No one in the Persona 4 cast could afford this room.
How is Labris?
She's still resting. There was a lot of stress on her, so we might have to carry her out.
We're gonna need, like, an Akihiko and a half to carry her out. She's, like, a super heavy robot. I guess Aigis will do.
I see.
Yamagishi takes a nearby chair. There's weariness in her eyes.
I looked into the records. Labris was built on a self-contradicting foundation. Self-contradicting? Unlike with Aigis, when Labris was being developed, no one had the know-how to create a personality from scratch. So, it seems like they took an actual girl's personality and used it as a base.
A living girl. So that's why her heart is unexpectedly advanced.
Yamagishi nods.
But if she had all of the original girl's memories, a contradiction would occur in her self-awareness. Normally they'd make adjustments to prevent that, but even then, they couldn't guarantee it would be completely safe. That's why Labris was loaded with a self-deceiving function, in case a conflict arose in her self-awareness.
Oh, that's really neat and really better explains the whole Labris convincing herself she's a high school student council president. That's neat, I like that.
She was deceiving herself? Then the function that interfered with our perception... It was listed as meant for infiltration, but that was a technicality. Its true purpose was a safety mechanism.
She was given a heart presupposing that it would cause conflicts with her self-awareness. I silently beg the heavens for forgiveness at the cruelty and injustice performed upon her.
I think that should be okay now.
A hesitant voice comes from outside.
Labrys, when did you get here? Sorry to sneak up on you, but after I faced my shadow and learned how to use my persona, it's hard to explain. But it felt like my emotions settled down. Actually, that may be what happened. Facing one's shadow could be said to be correcting one's self-awareness.
That must be it. Your developers came to the decision that it was an insurmountable problem, yet you overcame it.
I approach Labrys and stroke her head. Stroke her head. She fidgets, her eyes cast slightly downward.
How do you feel? Does anything seem off?
Oh, no. You guys have treated me so well, I feel kind of guilty about it. My body's all fixed up too, so there shouldn't be any problems there.
I see.
I was hoping we would get an image with all the girls in the room together. That's nice. Labrys' expression seems gentle. She appears to be mentally stable. I doubt there's any danger of her losing control
I
again.
wanted to talk to you about where we go from here.
From here? You mean, about me?
Originally, we planned to take you back to the lab on Yakushima, but that was when we still thought of you as a mere object. Is that what you want to happen?
What else is there?
Yeah, what's option B?
You could tell us what you yourself want. You do have a heart, just like us. Who knows? Maybe you could even go to school eventually. Me? Go to school?
Even Aigis has been to school, and that was when she knew much less about the world than you know now.
Thinking back to that time is, it's rather embarrassing.
Surprisingly, Labrys falls silent in thought. To live a life no different than anyone else's, that must be exactly what she wants. Should I tell her there's no need to worry about living expenses? No, best wait for a decision. Labrys, if you want to go to school, gonna have to get a job. She should be the one to decide on her future. After a long silence, Labrys speaks again.
School. It sounds great. But I feel like there's something I gotta do first.
I love this Persona 3 track. This is one of my favorites from Persona 3. I always remember it the second it comes on.
I mean, yeah, it's been my dream for a long time to go to school, but someone's after those guys. Someone's trying to wreck their lives. I want to catch whoever it is myself. I want to look after those guys.
I want the beat to drop. Rather than being with them, she chose to protect them. It's a beautifully selfless decision. She thought for herself and chose her own path. The beat drop. Bam, ba, bam, da, 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 da. I love it. I see no reason to deny her that.
The Security Department Shadow Response Unit would be glad to have you. Welcome to the team, Labrys.
I extend a hand. If she takes it, she'll be putting ordinary life on hold for a while. I know she understands that, but she takes it anyway.
I get to work with you, sister. I guess that reminds me. I am your younger sister, but I am more experienced than you. This may be somewhat confusing.
Though the two sisters are a bit awkward around each other now, a new bond will form there as well. Labrys made her own choice not to live an ordinary life. You could say that she is truly facing herself. She'll be alright. Seeing the two of them together makes me sure of it.
I'll give you a tour of the lab tomorrow. Make sure you're ready to write things down.
There will be a pop quiz at the end.
Tomorrow? We're leaving Inaba already? I haven't even said goodbye. I can't leave without seeing him one more time. Oh, that's good to hear. It means you've made some friends. Friends.
I turn to Aigis.
Aigis, get in contact with them by whatever means you deem necessary.
Understood. How should I contact them? I only know their names.
Giving Aigis the parameters of whatever means necessary, honestly, kind of scares me.
Yamagishi, your usual method should prove effective once again.
Huh? But isn't that invading their privacy?
Permission granted. Remember, we have official sanction to operate now.
And after how they acted when we were parting, we'll definitely need their contact information. They won't sit quietly by, of that I'm sure. This matter is still open after all. The mystery remains unsolved and there are still worries nagging at me. But that's not the only legacy of this case.
I'll help look them up too.
Labrys breaks into a smile and takes Aigis' side at the computer. Do they need computers? Do they not just, like, have computers in their brains? The bonds that gave her that smile, they will light our unseen path. There's no knowing yet where this case might lead. That was a weird sentence to read. But the day that we stop in our tracks, too afraid to continue, will never come. Oh, is that the end? Hopefully. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Look at this. Everything red except my boy Kanji, and then we just got Narukami and Aigis. So that's going to be all for today. We're just over 3 hours. When we come back next time, we will, first things first, get the red clear on my boy Kanji. After that, Aigis' story. After that, we finish on Narukami's story. And that'll be good. We'll be done with it. That also means we should finish this. And then I guess next we do episode Persona 4? Like, I guess this is the Ultimax story? It looks like it's got a much better structure. Chat was saying that it has a better structuring than the story for the first Arena. So it looks like it goes down multiple branches of different stuff going on, kinda. I kinda get what I'm looking at here, but I assume that's what episode Persona 4 is? I don't know what the question mark thing in the middle is. I'm worried that this playthrough is gonna be long as an actual Persona game, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but it definitely takes up a lot more time in my schedule than I was planning when Horizon Forbidden West already did that to me. But, yeah, that is going to be it for today. For those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to catch these live, link to my Twitch channel description. I'd love to see you there. Or keep watching on YouTube. I appreciate support either way. And until next time, farewell.